A little programming note. Andrew tells me that the Claudia interview has been canceled, so that's not happening this morning. Assemblywoman Claudia Tenney not happening today.
We'll catch up next week, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. And I have to tell you that I wanted to switch to this Trump thing and see what everybody thinks about it, because he's kind of Donald Trump's changing opinion here. Coming out yesterday with some issues that really surprised me, like in the case of rape or incest or protection for the mother. He said yesterday, absolutely, there should be no restrictions on abortion in those cases, especially if you're protecting the life of the mother. Did you expect to hear that out of Donald Trump? I'm like, we're going to build a wall around every abortion clinic in America, and the Mexican doctors are going to pay for it. I mean, but no, yesterday it was a more kinder, more gentle Donald Trump. Last night when he gave a speech, he used a teleprompter. This has never been done before. Donald Trump had a prepared speech and he used a teleprompter.
Is he a good reader? Can he read well?
I think he can.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the whole thing. He kind of went off script as well. But still, it's these two new guys, these ground game guys. They've taken control. This Corey Lewandowski. He has just been, he's just the guy. And it fit for as long as it needed to fit. But now they've brought in the heavy hitters.
So, and here's the interesting thing, too. All these polls that show Hillary couldn't beat Trump, they're all the old Trump. I don't think I can call him that now, the old Trump. It's only been, 6 hours that he's refined some of his messaging. But what I'm saying is,
those polls are saying that Hillary crushes Trump.
Hillary crushes Trump,
yeah.
but what that was the brash,
Mm.
rude.
So what happens
Trump.
with a more kind, a more gentle, a Donald Trump who socially, because you understand Donald Trump socially is by no means conservative. He'd be somebody that you'd say would be fiscally conservative. But then you hear things like, we're not going to allow Muslims in the country and building a wall. And you're like, wow, he's way, way out there, even more so than the right would ever be on those issues. And now out of the blue, this came yesterday. He was asked the question on the Today Show about this North Carolina bathroom bill and the transgender situation. And listen to what Trump had to say. And for the record, I agree with Donald Trump on that. I think that this has been made up this is all being made up just ridiculous. We're doing hypotheticals. What if a guy walks in and he's perverted and he's trying to, he dresses up as a woman no, that guy is just going to walk through Walmart and have a camera on its shoe and he's going to be looking up girls' skirts and taping it and taking it home and getting off on it. That's what people do. They're perverts. You can't protect the world from perverts.
Well, the problem, there are two things. First of all, the problem is that people who may not be so educated or enlightened may think that transgender equals pervert, which could not be farther from the truth. It's completely
right. Well, that's
different
what this discussion
issue.
has really created. So,
right.
But here's the problem that you have when you look at a real transgender. It depends on which side of this issue you're on. The picture you show. Now, of course, what's his name that was just fired by ESPN?
Kurt Schilling.
Schilling, yes, of course, put out this picture of a burly guy wearing a disgusting outfit, exposing his nipples, and he was wearing a dress with weird lipstick on. I mean, and that guy's going to be walking into the bathroom while your daughter's in there trying to go to number one. And that's now, if you're on the other side of this, you're showing the high school student who has just transformed. Like 60 Minutes had somebody that was a girl, and now she's a boy and she's a swimmer. It was on 2 weeks ago on 60 Minutes. It was incredible. She was a beautiful female, and now she's a boy. But she was struggling within her own body. Now I don't understand it, but I don't care. I guess, because I got to tell you, if Bruce Jenner, who's now a woman, he's in high heels and a dress, walks into the men's room and walks up to the urinal next to me, I'm going to be pretty uncomfortable with that. So you can look at it both sides. Where are these people supposed to go to the bathroom? And if they're a female and they see themselves as a female, so okay, well, perverts can come in. Well, perverts can come in right now. Perverts can walk into that bathroom right now and you don't even know it.
And you can't legislate it away, and it's not going to help matters if you try to legislate it.
Should we pass laws that say perverts aren't allowed in the bathroom?
No, there already is one.
Right. If you abuse your rights and impose something disgusting on someone else, you are to be arrested for that. And the same thing would happen here. This whole thing about some burly guy is going to walk in there in a dress and start looking at your daughter while she's in the bathroom is just to scare everybody. It's just crazy. I don't know why we have to deal with this. I guess what happened years ago is these people would just live and probably commit suicide at some point in their lives, and they would live a life that was not real. And you know, even our own parents and grandparents knew people. And they were kind of laughed at, but they lived in society and they kept things quiet. Nobody did anything. Today, they're able to come out, and it poses all new problems for us, doesn't it? I mean, it's hard to handle.
It poses problems when
parents and.
Yeah. But I don't think that Donald Trump's comments about it are necessarily going to change the issue. And I don't think that Donald Trump is changing his opinion. We started the segment by saying that, is his opinion changing? Are the poll numbers, now going to reflect this?
This is a kinder Donald Trump that we never would have seen before. He never talked about those issues because they weren't good for his message.
Right, but I don't think his opinions on those issues have
I don't think
changed.
So either. No, I think he's socially liberal.
Well, and I think, and he made a good point yesterday. It's a function of the fact that he's grown up, lived, and worked in New York City all of his life. And your perspective is a New York City perspective on some of those issues. Yeah,
you see stuff walking down the street, and it's been that way for years. This is not anything new if you've lived in New York City or San Francisco or really any major city, right? Mm-hmm. But, that's just my opinion on it. My opinion is I really don't care. If a pervert goes into a bathroom and it does something bad, that pervert... to me, doesn't get a proper sentence. I think we're way too weak on perverts, on pedophiles. I think they, even on people who are charged and even convicted of rape charges, I think they don't spend enough time in jail. I don't think our penalties are strong enough. But there's already laws on the books to take care of this stuff. The rest of it, I really don't care about. 7:21, here's Christine with an update, because it doesn't affect me.